We have a bunch of roster moves to cover from today and this weekend. But first, let's start right here with Chase Young, who is no longer a San Francisco 49er. He has officially signed a 1 year, $13 million guaranteed deal with the New Orleans Saints. So his time is officially over in SF. As we know, the San Francisco 49ers traded a comp third pick to Washington in order for his services for half a year. And I think it's safe to say that the fan base and anyone would say that Chase Young was a bit underwhelming with his time with the 49ers. There's definitely potential there. He has the ability and the raw athletic size and traits and those different types of things. It just comes down to, the common thing you hear about him is the effort aspect of it. So I won't be surprised if I see the comments lining up with people like really not surprised or even upset too much by this. And as we know, the 49ers immediately pivoted and went out and got Leonard Floyd. And Leonard Floyd even talked about how the 49ers came straight to him in free agency talking business. And he said, all right, let's go then. And the 49ers are able to get that deal done with Floyd, who's going to come in and I really do think is going to provide a speed element that Chase just doesn't have. So I think it's a good move. And let's face it, Chase wasn't great in base down anyways. So not bad move. One of the positives with him signing with the New Orleans Saints is the San Francisco 49ers will likely get a comp pick in return because he signed elsewhere. Now, we'll have to figure out exactly what that will be and determine that via the comp pick formula. But all indication points to we're going to get a pick back for him. So the fact that the 49ers traded one of their comp thirds to get him, I don't know if they'll get exactly a comp third back, but hey, fourth, fifth, that'd be nice. I think that would be worth it. What would you say? Do you think a fourth, fifth round comp pick would be a nice return on Chase Young signing elsewhere? Let me know in the comments below. But let's get to some other moves, shall we, that the 49ers have made. We found out today that the San Francisco 49ers have signed offensive lineman Brandon Parker, who's been with the Raiders. He has had definitely has some starting experience. He was drafted in the third round. He is a monster. When I say monster, he's huge. He's 6'8", 320 pounds, runs a 5'4", 40, so not particularly fast in a straight line, but hey, luckily as an offensive lineman, that doesn't matter. He's 28 years old, and again, coming out of North Carolina A&T as a third-round pick, 65th overall by the Raiders in 2018. Now, like we talked about, he got some starting time, but from the quick research that I've done, doesn't sound like he was all that effective in those games in which he started. So when you're kind of looking at this move and you're kind of seeing how he fits into this rotation, sounds like he will have a chance to compete as a swing tackle. So we'll see how that plays out. There was an instance where Parker played in 12 games one season, gave up 8 sacks. I've done a little bit of research around the Raider parts, and they say he's not very good. So that's what we'll see. We'll see what he ultimately is, if he even makes the roster for the San Francisco 49ers. At minimum, it's depth. He has starting experience. We'll see what it turns into moving forward. Again, he has 1,400 snaps as a pass blocker. So he's got some experience, but I think, again, backfield depth, nothing too crazy here. And I think we're seeing a lot of these moves for the Niners get in some depth pieces. So not surprised by that at all. Over the weekend, the 49ers signed more depth in the form of Ezekiel Turner, converted safety to linebacker, sound familiar? Signed to a 1-year deal. He actually was a Pro Football Writers of America All-Pro rookie team selection as a special teamer. And he also blocked a Mitch Wishnowsky punt in 2020. So he has been a guy that hasn't gotten a ton of experience actually playing linebacker, but he's gotten a lot of experience as a special teamer. So one of the key trends of this kind of free agency period is the 49ers have gone after and gotten a lot of special team guys. So I think that's one of the interesting elements of it. It's not just guys who, can be good depth at particular position groups, but they're going out and getting guys who've had success on special teams. And I think when we look at the 49ers special teams over the last couple of years, it's also been underwhelming. So the fact that they seemingly are putting an emphasis on special teams, I think is a good sign for the 49ers. Because it's three phases, and we know that very clearly. You go back to the Super Bowl, one of the biggest plays in that game was a muffed special teams punt, right? So special teams is always going to play a huge role in this game of football, and it doesn't get a lot of credit. But hey, you need guys to come in and be able to contribute, and that's seemingly what the San Francisco 49ers have been able to do. So not bad, not bad. Been out here getting a bunch of guys to play special teams. For example, Ezekiel Turner just last year had 342 special team snaps over his entire career. He's had 1,700 special team snaps with 39 tackles, 14 assisted, and only missed one of those. He's been highly graded according to PFF. So it'll be interesting to see how he fits in to this mix. Still pretty young, though, 27 years old, could be a late bloomer. We'll see. We'll see what he can be with the San Francisco 49ers. But we also did find out Oren Burks will not be returning. Oren Burks is going to the Philadelphia Eagles. So that obviously triggers some additional moves where the 49ers go get some LB depth. So over the weekend, not a whole lot went down. Again, special team signing, Oren Burks leaves, and then we signed a depth offensive lineman today. So that's what you got. No Chase Young, comp pick in return. Let me know what you guys think about these moves in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.